to set up my VTuber model. Oh, whoopsie daisy, give me a second, let me do that. Okay, wait, I'm not sure how well you can hear me. I needed to come here so I can turn down the talking music because it was really loud last time. I'm gonna try to listen to it just to make sure it sounds okay. We're just gonna do really quick testing and I need to fucking verify the files again. God damn it. It's so fun when they do that, honestly. I don't know why, but for some reason VTuber Studios just doesn't work nowadays. Or like it works, but it constantly like crashes and then I have to fix it up, which is something that I don't particularly like. Hang on. So okay, now the music is really quiet. I'm not sure I like that. Okay, I'm gonna increase it a little bit. Speaking. Okay, yeah, so I can hear myself fine over the music now, and the music is audible at least, so that makes it more nice, I guess. But yeah, let me go verify the files and we're gonna get the VTuber thing set up. You see, this is why you, have a starting screen. I kind of wanted to get into things quicker, but like, really, you do need to take a little bit of time to just let things exist, I guess. So you can like make sure everything works before you do things. Oh wait, okay, I know what game I'm gonna play next. I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do after Zato's over. I know exactly what game I'm playing next. There's this game I've heard about and I've played a little bit of, but I immediately got the bad end and I couldn't continue the game. Or like I was going to continue it, but for me I was too far gone, right? So I had to sort of restart. I'll see what I want to do with that game, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, welcome to the stream. My hamster can show up now. Yeah. Once it pops up, then yeah, there we go. Look at me, I'm so cute. Honestly, oh, I should just get a mascot. I should get a mascot pet. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so sad once I like change out the hamster, cause like I don't know. I don't think the human form is like the human form is not gonna be nearly as cute. It's not gonna have the same cuteness. If someone does think it's cute, it's not gonna be like in a similar fashion. So, oh, actually, yeah, I have my desktop muted. That's great, cause we do need it muted. Please work. Yeah, but I need this muted so I don't get copyrighted. I don't know if this one does anything for me, because it does. There's no automatic claim, right? Or at least I haven't got to anything like that. But what I'm scared of is that it might have ruined a little bit of my reach getting the copyrighted. Alright, and let's switch over to gaming now. Welcome back, guys! Actually, let me check what the problem on my other stream. Oh wait, oh no, I have this hidden. Do I want to keep this hidden? I don't really think it's needed. It's on IDV here, so okay. Well, I'm gonna just keep it up because I don't have IDV open anyways. Actually, I want to check real quick what exactly the copyright did for my videos, because the thing with some copyrights is that it doesn't matter too much. Like, okay, potential. Oh, I have them on almost all of them. God. Well, not all of them. Wait, why do I have 2 part 4s? Oh, I just realized I mislabeled it. Oh shit. Oh, that is so awkward. Okay, hang on. This video has potential limitations. Copyright protected content was found in this video. This doesn't affect the video right now, but if you start earning from YouTube, it can have an impact on your earnings. Okay, well, that doesn't matter. I don't make money from this shit. Oh, so I did mess up the numbering. Do I fix it or do I just not care? I mean, it's a little bit confusing, but the titles are different, so you know, it's fine, right? I guess I'll fix it real quick. It's not a big deal. So I am going to try to finish the game soon. I think, does changing the titles make it so that the game the stream re-release into some people's algorithm? Because sometimes, like, I know unlisting a video and then relisting it kind of treats it as a new upload, so then it gets pushed on the timeline again. But I don't know if that's what's gonna happen here. To be honest, I don't know if we're gonna finish it very quick because there is still a lot of questions, but I feel like things are winding down, that we are pretty close to the finale. But I also don't I feel like it's possible to finish this within 2 hours, but I also don't suspect that we will finish it in 2 hours, right? I think there's a decent possibility that it's gonna take like at least 4 hours. At least that's what I'm estimating. But you know what? It's fine. We're gonna play for however long it takes, and once we get to the end, maybe we'll have a little end of stream and end of game discussion, because you know, we finished a big series. Woohoo! Anyways, let's continue where we left off. I feel like I should have suspected something. We have 9 things right now. I don't know why I thought we would only have 7 parts. Okay, let's continue. Oh yeah, that's right. The last time I ended stream was because my thing kept glitching, and I didn't want to accidentally cause issues. So we're still in the middle of the scene. Ira, even when she's in this state, I can't tear my eyes off her. It's Ira. She says it herself. That makes my chest feel tight. I just want to, may I? Sure. I reach my hand out and brush a couple of dark strands from her face. Her hair is neither dirty nor too matted. It looks like Marina takes good care of her. Ira doesn't react to my touch. Her bright blue eyes stare straight ahead, expression blank, but they're still bright blue. Those are her eyes. That is her nose. Those are her lips. That is her face. That's Ira. Ira. My hand glides along her cheek, then limply falls. A horrible emptiness swells in me. The 3 of us sit at the table with a box of cookies, a sugar bowl, a teapot, and teacups at the ready. And Ira's empty glass. She keeps tapping it with the spoon. Marina pours the tea. You don't take it away? What? The spoon? Yes. It's annoying, right? No, that's not what I mean.
It's okay, I get it. But you get used to it pretty quickly. It's like the clock ticking. Sorry, I couldn't take it away even if I wanted to.
I understand. Marina reaches into the box, grabs a cookie, and bites down on it.
Ah, it's so good.
I'm glad you like it.
Next time we go to Z.A.T.O, it'll be my treat.
Next time.
We can all go together. You'll get your souffle. Ira, you'll get that flowery thing. What was it called again? Whatever.
Marina.
Hey, do you know she's always, did you know that she always takes like 5 spoons of sugar? Like, come on, take pity on your teeth.
She says that while stirring 4 sugar cubes into Ira's cup.
Smoking too. It's gonna kiss you when you stink like that, huh? I'm kidding. Asuka, you know, Ira hasn't smoked for a whole week. Just quit cold turkey. Wanna bet how long she lasts?
Marina.
Hey, don't look at me like that. I'm all for self-improvement, alright? I'm just trying to be realistic here. You gotta do it bit by bit. I bore witness to so many failed attempts. You see, poor Lev. That guy never learns.
You think she will get better?
She has to. Heck, I managed to suppress it. You don't plan on losing to me of all people, are you?
She gives Ira a light poke.
She still won't be the same, you know? When she gets better. I hope you understand that.
In what way?
Every way. Her perception has already been altered. It's not something you can simply forget.
But you...
I haven't. And I've changed as well. I think since then, I've lost something that makes me human.
Huh?
That part of the brain that makes you feel things. I guess something got broken there.
But you're not emotionless. I can see that.
I'm good, aren't I? Faking was tough at first, but hey, I learned.
I told you, Marina. You don't have to pretend. And I don't think you need to.
Of course I do. Don't be silly. I don't need any more people treating me like a freak show.
Well, I mean, you don't need to fake it with us.
I don't do it as much, you know? Not like it matters at this point. It's not something I can simply turn off.
Why not?
Because I'll forget how to do it.
Marina takes a sip of her tea.
Okay, it's good now.
She lifts up Ira's teacup to her mouth, carefully angling her face.
Alright, open up. Easy. Yeah, like that.
I can't watch this. I can't watch this. I can't watch this. I can't watch this. I need to hold my breath. I need to steady myself. Was this how I imagined it? The liquid in my teacup twists and swirls. Is this how it's supposed to be? The steam rises up to my eyes, clouding my vision. Is this what all of this amounts to? The tea smells nice. There was something I was going to do. Something important. If you forget, it probably doesn't matter, right? No, I don't think that's right. No? Then how about this? If you forget, it probably wasn't real. What? That doesn't make sense. It does. It's like a dream. Like a dream? Yes. Exactly like a dream. Oi. Earth to Asya. Huh?
You there? Someone's sleepy today, huh?
Sorry. I didn't get much sleep.
Oh? What were you doing up so late?
Hang on, I'm gonna check to see if the audio is okay because the music's loud for me. Actually, I think let the music play while I talk. Yeah, so it is overpowering me slightly, not a lot, but I'm gonna turn this down to like my usual like 25, I think. I really wonder why it was up. I think it's for movie night. I do I do movie nights on my Discord server. All VTubers should have one, right? Okay. Wait, it actually doesn't change. Yeah, so that's actually just okay. That's really good to know. So my system sound has nothing to do with the sound on my stream. Okay, so I did change the talking room to be like 30, like negative 35%. I'm going to change this to be like negative 20 or so. That might be a little bit better. I'm just gonna test things around. For this game specifically though, the music is a little bit louder than usual. I don't think I've ever had this problem with other games, but I am not 100% sure. I do, like, if anyone ever comes into the stream or ever sees any of my VODs, please do tell me if there's any audio issues. That is very helpful. I do watch back the streams and I usually don't have any issues, but sometimes I can like catch them and notice them, and sometimes I don't because some of these streams are like 3 hours long. So I'm not able to watch all of them all the way through once they're done. It's still a little bit loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. I'm gonna turn it down to maybe like 27. Yeah, there we go. A little 5 decibel down. Is that better? Okay, that seems like a pretty good area. I want the sound of the game to be audible, but I don't want it to overpower me too much. So I think this is a reasonable area. I don't really know what to do about like my audio because I don't know what to do. Like, shit. Like everything sounds louder, but I just don't sound that loud, and I don't know if it's a me problem or an equipment problem or a combination or like a OBS problem. And like by OBS problem, I mean you can fix it, you just need to figure out how, kind of thing. I haven't figured that out yet, so I'm gonna, I guess, one day look into it. And by one day I mean potentially never, because I am very forgetful. I will say I will do things and it will take me like 2 months to get to it. Okay, let's continue on with the game. Smiley things. Okay.
Oh, what were you doing up so late? Secret night out on the town, huh? Bar hopping and all?
What bar hopping? We have one pub.
That's the part that bothers you?
No, I was home. I was just, it's kind of embarrassing.
Uh-huh. You hear that, Ira?
Hear what?
Sounds like our Oscar was up all night reading Mommy's romance novels.
What? No, how was that embarrassing?
Ira?
What? What? Don't look at me like that.
Oh, it's okay, you know? You're a young lady after all. Nothing to be shy about, right, Asya?
Yeah. I think romance could be, really cute. You.
What are your favorites? Gotta be fantasy, right? Ooh, what type of guy? Werewolf? Vampire? Ah, maybe a charming vagabond?
What the f? I never heard that word before. I think, is this similar to like a vanguard or like those thief things? Give me a second. Vagabond, right? What's that? A person who wanders from place without a permanent. Oh, but that's a little bit different. How do you say that? You know, it's okay. Well, we don't need to figure that out. Okay, I guess we do need to figure it out. Give me a second. It's a TV show. That's interesting. Pronunciation.
Vagabond.
Is it actually vagabond? Well, I guess I wasn't that far off then, shit. You know, words are a little bit easier than you would think sometimes. Are we...
Vagabond.
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 It just doesn't sound like a word to me, I'm sorry. Vagabond, huh? Maybe someone like a gracious elf?
Are there elf romances?
There must be.
Oh, we need an expert opinion. Hey, Ira, are elf romances a thing?
One more word and this fork's going into your windpipe.
Wow, scary! Asya, let's switch places.
Am I your meat shield?
How crude! You're like a buffer zone. You see, in world politics.
So, what were you doing yesterday, Asya?
Hey now.
Oh, actually, I was writing.
Oh?
I just got really invested, I guess.
Seriously? After all that setup?
What setup?
That's not embarrassing at all. I was hoping for something gross or crazy. Or crazy gross. Ow! My windpipe!
Shut up. So, how did it go? Well, I finished something. Something? Yes.
Come on, you can't say it like that and not elaborate.
There's nothing to elaborate on. It's a poem.
How cool!
Yeah.
You gonna read it?
No way.
Boo, come on, I like your stuff. Don't be greedy.
Greedy? I like it too.
See?
You guys are gonna think it's weird.
And so what? You're kind of weird. I was like, again?
Your poetry's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, but crap. It's just embarrassing, okay?
Yeah, we got that much.
What's the point of writing something if you won't let anyone read it? Okay, well, listen, I have a lot of writings that, like, sometimes I share with people that I trust, of course, but there are things that I don't necessarily have the intention of other people reading. I just write because it's fun, it's a hobby of mine, and, like, for one, I'm not very good, so I like the little privacy to just hang out and practice. I don't know, I don't sometimes there's shit that you, like, there's sometimes just shit that you don't want people to, like, know about, or at least not know about yet, right? And I think that's fine. I don't know. Like, I have, like, drawings that I've made and that they haven't really been shown around very much. I'm trying to, like, show some of my drawings a little bit more, but I think it's kind of hard to figure out what I want to show and what I don't want to show. Like, I have a whole sketchbook that initially was supposed to be private, but I just decided to start posting them. And then there are other arts that I've kept private, and I don't know, like, art is a way of expressing yourself, right? Saying things is also a way of expressing yourself. Sometimes you just want to, I don't know, let things out, but you don't need other people to know about it, right? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, like there's some things you want to let people in on, and there's some things that are just more special because it's only for you. And there's some people who don't really feel that way. Some people who want to connect with people with their stuff, or like it just doesn't feel valid if there's not someone else for it, right? The whole magic doesn't exist if you're the only one who believes it kind of thing. That Actually, that kind of reminds me. Sometimes I have a feeling that this game has like a little bit of inspiration from Umineko, but I think that's just me being delusional, if we're gonna be honest. Actually, that's something kind of fun. Sometimes you just get this feeling that something reminds you of something you love, and I think that's a really cool thing, because actually this is a little bit of a thing that bothered me when I saw it, but there was someone who tweeted out, once you've seen like Tsukihime and Revolutionary Girl Utena, you'll realize that like Umineko is like unoriginal, and Ryukyushi never had an original bone in his body or something like that. And why does it matter if something is like similar to something else, or it takes inspiration from something else? Like, unless it's a direct copy or there's barely anything different. Like, if you like were to play two animes right next to each other and they were like basically the same plot beats, like beat for beat, almost like the exact same characters, it's just they're reskinned, maybe different voices, maybe different animation, maybe different like slightly different ways of going about like the pacing or something like that, or like the names are different, just like minor details. If it's something like that, I can understand being like, okay, that's a bit egregious. But like, I don't know, at the same, like, it's really weird and it's really hard to find something that's like a complete waste of time to exist. There's pretty much nothing completely original nowadays, so who cares, right? I don't know. Like, it's nice to see things that are inspired by other things. It's like kind of impossible to find something that isn't like. I don't know if this makes sense. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's impossible to, I guess, have something completely original nowadays. And like, if you have a piece of work that is meaningful to you and it touches you in like a way that matters, then why does it like matter if it's completely original or not? I don't know. This is a bit of a tangent. We need to get back to the story. What's the point of writing something if you don't let anyone read it? Well, I enjoy doing it. And,
Hey, you were working on it all night, right? Something must have really inspired you.
yes, that's right. Something did. What was it? It was... Ah, of course. It was you. Eh?
Huh? You mean...
Ira, I wrote this poem to you. That day you got angry at me. You talked to me as if I were a stranger, and I got so scared. But I had already decided I'd write you a poem. I just knew I had to finish it that day. Maybe then you wouldn't be so mad at me. Because you said you liked them. I'm sorry. It's a weird thing to do without asking.
Hey, not at all. It's cute.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe I'll read it out, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Черный день разлился кляксой по паркету, по плите. Раззадоренная масса мажет руки в темноте. Спички чиркают о фосфор, дым ложится на ладонь. Выгорает запах газа, и в ушах трещит огонь. Как тепло, светло и мило, хоть на коже холодок. Это добрая картина, хоть висит наискосок.
A black day splattered on the parquet on the tiles, the roused mass soil his hands in darkness. Matches strike at the phosphorus. I'm really sorry if I messed this up. Wait, no, wait! Come back! Wait. Huh. Oh, I hope you guys were able to read that. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at reading. It's quite a shame that my favorite types of games are visual novels, huh?
I never heard your poetry before.
Sorry. I know it's dumb.
I don't know. It suits you.
Is that good or bad?
Neither. It's just you. Bit more aggressive than I expected, but hey, I like it.
Aggressive?
What?
At first I couldn't put my finger on what bothered me. The room was quiet. Not abnormally so. There was a soft mumble of a neighbor's television and the ticking of the clock, the slight sound of Marina shifting in her chair. It was silent in a very normal way. I thought so for a moment, and that's when... Ira.
Huh?
Right. The tapping stopped.
Ah.
I draw a sharp breath. Ira's eyes, those eyes that had been staring blankly all this time, are now focused directly on me.
Ira!
Marina stands up so sharply that the wooden chair she was sitting on almost topples over. Ira's head slightly shifts, but only slightly, like a small reflexive motion. A response to a signal that is coming from very far away.
Ira! Do you hear me? Do you see us?
Marina holds her by the shoulders. Ira doesn't react. I can't tear my eyes away from hers. Her eyelids flutter slightly, her pupils jitter. She's really trying to.
Hey, can you speak? Ira? Blink twice for yes, blink thrice for no. Okay? Ira? Here, look, the Morse code, the Morse sheet. Do you see it? Can you tap something? Anything? Look.
Marina's arms are shaking. So is her voice. Ira's eyes. I look at Ira's hand, the one that held the spoon. Her fingers are twitching. Such tiny movements. If you told me I was imagining them, I would believe you. Maybe I am. It doesn't matter. Marina keeps speaking, almost shouting at her, trying to get through. Ira's slender hand looks so small. When I saw her last, there on the playground, I felt just the same. Ira looked so helplessly frail. I wanted to reach out. I wanted to hug her so badly, but I was too much of a coward.
Ira, maybe one more pill.
Marina drops to the floor and starts shuffling through all the scattered bottles.
Has to be. They can't all be empty. I remember there was still some left. Damn it!
I hold Ira's hand. It's warm. I feel her fingers lightly moving, and then they stop. I raise my eyes. Huh. She did it.
Where? It has to. No. Oh, here. It has to be.
Ira's looking at me. Not looking through me. Not trying to focus on some object in front of her. She sees me. Ira sees me. I
Found it. A pill. There's one more left. Okay. Alright. Here, Uh-huh.
Marina freezes with a pill clenched in her hands. I can't see her expression. I'm not allowed to look away from Ira, because this is everything I prayed for. Because Ira is looking at me, and she sees me, and that's all I ever wanted. Thank you so much. I blink. And when I open my eyes, Ira is gone. Ah. I turn my head. Marina's knees buckled. She's on the floor, wordlessly staring at the empty space where Ira used to be. Marina. She lowers her head. Then the rest of her body follows. Marina sits, hunched over in the sea of pill bottles. I watch her shudder quietly. Have you noticed any changes in how you perceive time or space? No. Are you experiencing any unusual patterns in your thoughts or dreams? No. Do you ever feel like you're watching yourself from outside of your own body? No. Have you found yourself remembering things that didn't happen to you? No. Have you seen anything lately that no one else seemed to notice? No. Are you being honest with me? Yes. Okay. Are there any places, people, or ideas you're fixated on lately? Yes. Can you name them? Ira. Sending my message to the universe. What message? A love confession. Love confession? Yes. I will confess my love to the world. I'm very close to achieving the right signal strength. Signal strength? Are you using a radio? No, I don't need one. My will is enough. I see. Let's continue then. Does the world around you feel balanced, or like it's trying to become balanced? Yes. Why do you feel that? Isn't it obvious? Please elaborate. Who's Lev? I sigh. Lev pops a pill into his mouth while waiting for my answer. Ira, everything that she's gone through, it's the result of the world correcting itself. She caused a shift in my predetermined path. Then, when she disappeared from school, irregularities kept building up. In me, in Marina, in her own family, and many, many other people. She caused a huge distortion in the world. So, she had to be assimilated into the greater stream. She had to, before any more damage could be caused. My voice isn't as stable as it should be. I glance in the corner. Marina's sitting there, expressionless. When Lev came home, he found both of us in the bedroom. I don't know how much time had passed by then. This questioning I'm in the middle of right now has been going on for a while. So that's how you see it. I should probably give him a more distinct voice, but I don't really have any more voices. The way he talks is very monotone. I'm not bothered by that. Perhaps I'm also being a little too calm. Is that wrong? Not entirely. He runs a hand through his hair, looking down at his notes. You're correct in that reality is always pursuing the status quo, but what happened to Ira is not directly related to the system rebalancing itself. Not in response to her, at least. What do you mean? It's an unfortunate result of her condition. She's been deteriorating for some time. The process has simply accelerated as of recently. Our efforts. Shoots a wary look at his sister. We're only delaying the inevitable. Actually, I've been meaning to ask you. This medicine, what does it do exactly? It's a kind of downer. It dulls pattern recognition and placates emotional responses. Emotional responses? You can't unsee what you've already noticed. The part of yourself that have already degraded won't recover. But the drug will prevent you from spotting new patterns, or at least lower their prominence. It also dulls the stress you feel from observing such things. Sounds rather useful. Why would Ira stop taking it then? She had her reasons. Ira believed that what she saw in the code was the truth, unpleasant as it was. Not being able to perceive that information felt like going blind. There's also the emotional factor. The medicine doesn't just dull negative feelings, it dulls all of them. You can't remove it. You can't remove intense despair without removing intense joy or happiness. It's a double-edged sword. You know, I have relatively strong emotional mood swings from time to time. I kind wouldn't want to feel intense happiness or joy, because every time I do, it just causes certain issues. And I mean, I won't get into that because that's my shit.
You can imagine why she wouldn't want that. Ah, but Marina, you said... Marina says she stopped feeling emotions due to her condition. So all along, it was the drug? It's not so simple. Marina's psyche really did change irreversibly. Sadly, the pills have just solidified certain side effects. How much it is one or the other, I can't tell you. Do you really believe it's irreversible? Nothing to suggest otherwise. Well, actually, right before Ira disappeared, she came back for a moment.
Meaning?
Her eyes, everything about her. It's like she managed to bring back her old self for a second. It was Ira, the one I knew. The person. She was looking right at me. You don't believe me?
It's not that I think you're lying, but what you perceive might not have been the objective reality.
Why? Why wouldn't it be?
I'm just making assumptions based on your answers. However, there's a high probability you possess a similar level of code sensitivity to Marina and Ira.
Huh?
But it's a strange case. Despite everything pointing to you having high pattern awareness, you don't seem mentally distraught. Perhaps your willingness to indulge in delusions have something to do with it.
Delusions?
Don't be alarmed. It's pretty common among those susceptible to the code, though whether they manifest into actual disorders vary from case to case.
I'm sorry, but you're deciding this based on some questionnaire?
Based on your answers to the 140 questions defined by the protocol, namely the questions relating to your childhood. It's true that faulty memory might be to blame, but there are some inconsistencies, let's call them that.
You can't know that. With all due respect, sir.
Well, we keep a record of certain incidents, so I do know a little.
Huh?
Just lay off her already.
That's the first time I heard Marina's voice since Ira's merging. It is harsh and raspy.
I was there too, you know. Ira came back. I think. But it was brief, and she was unresponsive.
Interesting. You sure your own symptoms aren't making a return?
I'm not delusional. I tried to make it work. I can't. Not to that degree.
Good.
Good?
Wait, what do you mean not to that degree?
Forget it. Doesn't matter anymore.
Are you talking about the book? The one that was displaced? Marina grimaces and closes her eyes.
Maybe Ira was onto something. Maybe I should stop taking this crap.
Don't even think about it. She scoffs in response. Lev pops another pill. What was I talking about? The return to stability. Ira doesn't have anything to do with that. It's the whole city. Everything is returning to null.
Huh?
Distortions caused by individual people are nothing in comparison to the ones produced by the research complex. Oh yeah, that's been mentioned a few times. They encompass Vorkata 5's entire area.
So that means
The city will undergo correction, or rather is being corrected as we speak. The process started weeks ago, maybe even earlier. Our detection tools aren't perfect, so it's hard to say. But the local algorithms have become severely unstable. You must have noticed. We're giving it a week at most with the code's current rate of degradation. At this point, there's nothing we can do. But we can make it easier on ourselves.
how so?
Lev moves the pill bottle towards me. Everyone will eventually develop the symptoms. Your family should be prepared. But why isn't the town being evacuated? It won't change anything. It's not about the area, it's about the cause of distortion. In one way or another, everyone here is tied to the complex. We're all complicit. Please, take this medicine. It should help. Thank you, but I don't need it. These negative effects you mentioned, I don't experience any of that. You say that now, but it will get significantly worse. Even for you, it's very likely. I don't mind. The things you're describing, it seems like you're really afraid of them. I understand why, but after seeing what happened to Ira, I don't think dissipating into the greater world is all that bad. Then let your parents have it. The medication. Yes. If you don't want to take it, fine. But let them have the choice. They're probably already... Just take it. I put the medicine into my apron pocket. I am kind of wondering if, what exactly the illness is. Because, like, I was suspecting things, but at the same time, I was only really able to suspect things based on my own previous, like, I guess, experience, and also what I've learned trying to research these kind of things. And, like, obviously, I'm not an expert. I will say that that's not my field of expertise, and I have no research there. I can't say anything conclusive. But the way they're talking, it doesn't look like this is like a mental illness or like even a neurological condition. It seems more like the game is being meta right now, and like it's literally they are able to see the code of the game, and the research facility is like sort of the center of the game and is the cause of the game deteriorating over time. And I don't really know how I would feel about that. I mean, I like the game either way, but I don't know if I don't know if it would take away from my experience if it turns out this is like it ends up being like a yeah, so the whole game is falling apart and that's Asya's fault. She's causing too many distortions in the code and everything's falling apart. Kaboom. So I don't know. I hope it doesn't become a meta game because I don't particularly like those a lot. I mean, depends on the game, of course, but I don't know if I would be happy with that. We'll see how it goes, of course, you know? Both siblings see me to the exit. So both of you knew this was coming for a while. Love nods. Then, if you knew this situation was inevitable, why did you try to keep Ira alive anyway?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. So that's how you are. A winding path that endlessly erases its own curves. That's how I choose to understand you. But I was wrong, of course. It was an offensively simplistic way of thinking. I believe you were indiscriminately filling down each little imperfection, that every little bump was a slight of equal proportion. Can you imagine? I should have known you better than that. I really believe that my free will was an affront to you, as if my actions were worthy of your acknowledgement. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I thought so little of you. How have I not realized it before? At the end of the day, everyone's existence is full of little insults. We're an ungrateful species, so no matter how good we have it, we'll always be thinking of what ifs. So, would you really go out of your way to punish every person on the planet? Smite every conscious life form in the universe? Please. All these violations are no different from the meaningless barrage of insults I hurl at myself. It's all white noise. It's all just pinpricks. For something to arouse you, you would need to be truly unforgivable. An action, a being that
rotten to his very core. The research center. The place whose entire existence is a sin. The place that contaminates everything around it like a plague. The town, the people, the reality around. Everything is affected. Everything's impure. Really, you have no choice but to erase it. The city's not a pinprick, it's an open wound. Thank goodness it's healing. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Ah, sorry. Looks like I still wish you'd wait a little longer. I still hope that you let this gash fester some more. It's a horrible thing to say, but please, wait out just a bit. My words can't reach you yet. You see? They're close, but they're still falling short of piercing through the atmosphere. However, my signal has gotten very strong. I feel that from now on, it will accumulate strength on its own. So please, let me look at you for a little while. Let me gather a little more love in my heart. I don't need much, just enough for my signal to go through. I know it's a preposterous request, especially after everything I've done. You have your full right to decline, but I promise this is the last thing I will ever ask of you. Please, listen to my message. Episode 2 N. Episode 3 Asya. Okay, I think we're actually a lot further from the finale than I might have originally intended. So you know what, it's okay. I put this as the finale for the series. We're going to reach the finale. We got this. If I had to stream for 8 hours straight, it's okay. Other people have done it. Why can't I, you know? Today is a good day. Isn't that a silly sentence? You hear it all the time, but no one seems to realize how dumb it sounds. Huh. I wonder what that word is. I guess it's one of those common tautologies? Like close proximity or end result. It's not that I'm irritated by it. I actually find it rather sweet. But even so, you should remember that each day is inherently good. Even if you feel a bit under the weather, it's a good day. Even if you miss somebody really badly, it's a good day. Even if everything around you is changing in a way you fail to understand, it's a good day. The fleeting feelings of a human can't change the day's intricate details, can they? Still, I think I'm justified in saying that today, because I'm drawing a comparison, you see. Today is good, obviously. There's no other way to define it. But tomorrow will be even better. Tomorrow from 10:30 to 11, the sun will rise. Tomorrow at 10:30, the polar night will finally come to an end. Tomorrow at 10:30, I will be where I need to be. I can't wait. I can't wait. Your friend's not here today. Who? Who do you think? Your Pitbull, then. Hey, that's spot on. The bright electric light above my head stopped blinding me. My eyes don't hurt or water. It's white, pure artificial white. But there's no power in it, no substance to speak of, nothing to affect me with. It's as good as non-existent. Yeah, you don't have a boyfriend, right, Shubina? Why's that? Dude, look at her. Be real. Bro, come on, don't say that. What, you want to be her boyfriend? Hey, Shubina, want to go out with Igor? There's nothing I can be affected with. The light? No, I'm not looking at the light. There's no light to look at. The tundra outside stretches for all eternity, but it's not like a sphere. It's like a corridor. An eternity with clearly defined margins. Funny how that's possible at all. You're just full of contradictions. It's very cute. You know, that's good. It would be pretty selfish if you stopped doing your homework altogether, yeah? We all rely on you, you know?
Yeah, you're the best. You're so smart. What would we do without? Shit. What would we do without you? Hear that? The people need you, Shubina. We'll forgive you this time. Just don't get used to it. The tundra is an endless corridor. The city stretches in its dimensions to their limit. This means the ceiling is only as low as the city allows it to be. The sky is only as tall as the city's tallest point. It's as if everything was set up for me from the start. Unlikely, but it's nice to think about it that way. A bird flies past the window again and again. I used to count, but now I've stopped. I close my eyes and feel the hard wood of the chair beneath me. I'm Asya. Asya is my name. It only took 2 days. It's been 2 days since I visited Marina's apartment. The time flew by so fast, yet each hour felt like a year. I don't know how it works. A lot of the things I've been pushing to the farthest corners of my mind have become harder to deny. Not that I have a reason to deny them. There's nothing bad about people casting shadows at irregular angles, or sounds and voices coming from the wrong direction, or branches moving the same way in sync, or memories replaying themselves differently each time, or me doing things I've already done but never noticing it in the moment, only after. It's alright. Everything is falling into place. The schoolyard looks okay. Still cold, still loud, with kids still shooting snowballs from the hill. Though I'm not sure what they're throwing them at. The light is slightly off. It's a little too blue. Was it always this blue? It's a beautiful color. Marina and Vadman are just around the corner. They're both smoking. It's you. Marina. She doesn't talk. I see. How's your family? What a pitiful face. I unbutton my coat and pull the small bottle out of my apron. Here. Huh? My mom refused to take it. Then force her. I can't. What about you? I don't want them. Femin takes the medicine from my hand. He dry swallows 2 pills right away. Marina, hey. He taps her shoulder. She looks at him dazed. See this? Okay. He takes a cigarette out of her mouth and passes it to me. I don't smoke. Just hold it. He tries to open Marina's mouth a bit wider to slip the pill in. For a moment, it seems like she won't resist. Say ah! She shakes her head and slaps Vadman's hand away. He smiles faintly. My eyes sting. I give the cigarette back to him. I'm sorry. I hug her and she hugs me back. Her hand reaches up and pats my hair. There's nothing to that gesture. It's like she moves on autopilot. That's okay. That's okay. The television is still on. I hear its quiet murmur from the living room. It was on in the morning too. It was on yesterday. When was the last time it was off? I stand still by the glazed door. The matted glass makes it impossible to make anything out. Shit. All I can see is the bright glow of the TV framing my dad's shadow. I don't want to open the door. I'm not gonna open the door, but it's already half ajar. Mom isn't anywhere in the flat. Mom isn't anywhere else in the flat. She must be in there. Yesterday she kept asking me where Dad was, again and again. I didn't tell her, but her sheets were all over the floor when I came back. As if she crawled out of bed and then made her way towards the noise, towards the living room. Mom? 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 I should come in. I should come in and talk to her. To them. My hand reaches towards the handle. The TV. What's the program? I don't think I recognize the sound of it. It seems familiar, like a regular news broadcast, but I can't understand a single word. I close the door. I can still hear it faintly. It's okay. My breath is a little uneven. Why? It's okay. Sunrise is tomorrow, right? Right? I'm Asya. Tomorrow is the best day of my life. Tomorrow, tomorrow. My eyes snap open. What's the hour? I turn on the lamp. Okay. I wound up my alarm clock before bed, but that turned out to be unnecessary. In the end, I didn't get a wink of sleep. My heart wouldn't stop beating out of my chest, and my head buzzed like crazy. What a mess. It was like that the night before the school trip too. It was really inconvenient. Oh well. I feel much calmer now. I wonder why. It's day X after all. Maybe it's a kind of acceptance. Yeah, I suppose. Whatever happens, happens. It's a dim winter morning. I sit in the kitchen, waiting for the tea to brew. I already ripped the top sheet off the calendar. December 28th. Just 3 days before New Year's. 3 days. I totally forgot to get a present for my parents. There's been so much stuff going on, it really slipped my mind. But I'm just making excuses. Not that it matters now, but... I stand up. Suddenly, I feel inclined to do something I really shouldn't. I know it's bad, but if I don't check for it now, then it'll be very sad, I think. I grab a stool and drag it out to the big wardrobe in the hallway. I found the spot by accident while looking for something a couple years ago. Up on the highest shelf, behind the shoeboxes, is where they hide my birthday presents. And the one for New Year's, I assume. I never checked the place after discovering it. Even though I was really curious sometimes, I didn't want to ruin the surprise. But this time, I see it. A colorful wrapper. For a second I hesitate. This is it. This is my New Year's gift. It feels so wrong looking at it early. But... My hand reaches out and grabs the package. I giddily climb down from the stool. To my room. I don't want to tear the wrapping paper, so it takes a few minutes to open. Whatever is inside feels soft. No, not really. Is it? Oh, I see. It's both hard and soft. 2 whole presents. Wow. First is a hardcover journal. I peek inside. Whoa. The paper is so good quality. It even has a little introduction page for me to write my name on. Man, I really like writing something now. I really feel like writing something now. This is so cool. The first page. The one right after the introduction. It's missing. I didn't notice it at first, but upon closer look, it definitely seems someone tore it out. But why? The other parts of the present. I hold a pair of mittens in my hands. They're a soft cream color, with a neat red pattern on the cuff. I put them on. They're really warm. I pat my face with them. I stare down at the presents I opened too early. I should write something in the journal, but I don't have the time. I can't come up with a poem this quickly, and it takes me a whole while to draw something good. Not that I'm good at drawing in the first place. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I need to finish my tea. I need to go soon. Damn it, anything will do. I can't leave the journal blank. Mom wanted me to write in it. She wanted me to have it. She bought it. She wrapped it in pretty paper. She hoped I liked it. I like it. I really, really like it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to write in it for as long as I can. I'm going to write about how much I like it. And I'll write about how cool the hardcover is. And how smooth the paper feels. And I'll write about how soft and pretty the mittens are. I thought she gave up knitting a long time ago. Well, maybe I just didn't notice. Didn't care to ask. That's probably the case. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I never talked to you as much as I should have. Have we ever talked? We have, right? I'm not sure. I'll apologize to you again and again. I'll write 2 pages of apologies. No, 3. And I'll write about how grateful I am to you. I'll thank you many times. There has to be at least as many thank yous as there are sorries. I still need to write more. That's okay. I got more to say. I'll write how much I love you too. That's going to be a lot. That's gotta be. I list everything that I love about you. It will be a little difficult at first, as embarrassing as it is to admit. But I'll try. I'll really try. I love your cooking. Well, to be perfectly honest, I never liked the meals too much, but watching you cook always felt so nice. And I love when you talk about something with a smile. I can't remember the last time that happened, but I know it did, and it made me happy. I love how pretty you are, especially when you put on that dress. You know, the flowery one? And I love how much you ask about my day and what I would like from the store. And I love it when you my face is red from how hard I'm thinking. My head is starting to hurt. Why is it so hard to come up with this stuff? Isn't it wrong? Shouldn't these things come naturally? Doesn't this make me a terrible child? It's like there's this border in my mind I just can't cross. All I can reach is the most surface level observations. As if something beyond my immediate surroundings is swallowed up by an impenetrable darkness. It's like my memories are. Ah, that's right. Of course, that would make sense. I looked down at the notebook. Despite my reservations, I managed to exhaust a good dozen pages. Skimming them now, my grammar isn't very good. It was never that bad, was it? Perhaps this time I stop. My hand feels sore. I shake my wrist and glance up at the clock. Crap. I really need to go. But it did feel so nice to write here. This really is a wonderful present. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you. Signed. Asya. Signed, Asya. My name is Asya. I closed the book and grabbed the mittens I left on the bed. They're really lovely too. Of course, I'll wear them. I gotta get dressed. The tea must be cold by now, but that's probably for the best. I'll just down it quickly. Then I'll brush my teeth, brush my hair, make myself look decent, and then I'll be on my way. Luckily, it doesn't take long. I slip into my, Valenki and take a last look down the hallway. Door to the living room is still closed. There's no shadow on the other side, just quiet static. I think that's okay. Goodbye, everyone. I leave my apartment. The door closes itself behind me. Everything is so quiet. It's still pretty early, I suppose. It's Sunday, too. I went to school yesterday, which means it's Sunday. People don't get up early on the weekend, so that's why there aren't any. That's a good explanation. Even if it's... The sun is rising for me. It's also sunrise for me. Would you look at that? Wait, did she say it was sunrise? I kind of forgot already. No, she didn't. You know, I think I'm also having memory issues. I mean, that's just kind of a consistent thing with me. I'm sorry about that. That's a good explanation, even if it's wrong. Even if I know why no one's around. It's really true. The wound is closing. Soon the world will heal. The sky is a lovely muted indigo. I wish the street lamps weren't so I wish the street lamps weren't so on so I got this. I wish the street lamps weren't on so that I could see it a little better. The sky will have already come up by the time they're off. A pity, but there's a lot of charm to how these streets look at this time of day, especially with all of the New Year's decorations. It's just that I seem to have grown a little tired of the dark. Don't worry, it's only a little. I like how the yellow... someone added me? Oh, it's just... I like how the yellow lights contrast with the blue. I like how snowflakes flicker under burning beams. I like how snow mountains shimmer when they're just outside the ring of light. Actually, I want to get a better view. Can I really do this? I don't see why not. I look both ways, more out of habit than genuine caution. It's not like we have tons of cars driving through here before, do we? I mean, everything's pretty close, so the cars driving past were mostly outsiders coming in and out of the city. We didn't get too many of those, I believe. That's how it should have been, logically speaking. I bet that's how it was. I'm sorry, my head has been getting pretty foggy. Please bear with me. I quickly walk into the middle of the road. Asya. I'm Asya. My name is Asya. Right. The street. I've walked here all my life, but it looks so much broader now. I like this angle. It feels fresh. Walking down the road like that? No, I don't want to walk. It's childish, but my body feels like running. Is it childish to run? Wait. Bro, I run everywhere. What the hell? I'm sorry, this is just... new random insecurity. I've never flown in an airplane, but I've seen this on TV. They have these long tracks lined with guiding lights. Just like the street ahead, with the street lamps on each side. It's pretty close, right? And just like a plane, I'm going to ascend above the clouds, up to the stratosphere and beyond. This is my landing strip. I'll spread my wings, I'll rev my engine, and take off. I feel like this is either Marina or Garam. You know, I'm not gonna guess. I'm just gonna read it normally. What are you doing? Huh? Poof. I stumble and collapse onto the snow. What? 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 I shuffle to get back up, to see the person who just spoke to me. That voice, that laugh. It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. Who the fuck? Watch where you're stepping, will you? Ah. Ah. Tosia? My body moves on its own. Whoa there! I fling my arms around her. She laughs and spins me around. Tosia! Tosia, you're... I missed you so much. Been a while, hasn't it? I can't stop giggling. It's hard to speak at all. Tosia is laughing too. We settle down to catch our breaths. Hi. I'm so happy you're here. I really thought... I thought I'd never see you again. Oh my gosh, she's so cute! I like her design. You know, she kind of reminds me of, what's the anime called? Boondock Strike Dogs? Or something like that? I've actually never watched that anime. I want to see it one day. I've seen a lot of people talk about how good it is. I want to watch that anime one day. You know what? Maybe one day, in my little Discord server, I'll ask my people if they want to watch the anime for movie night. Except I think everyone probably has watched it already, so I'm not sure anyone will want to watch it. Oh, that reminds me. I was thinking maybe I should open up my Discord server a little bit more. I don't necessarily want it to be a free-for-all or anything like that. But I actually have some rules in place. On the, I guess... Wait, I forgot about the Galatea rule. That's funny. I have some rules in place in case I ever decide to open it up to the public and like newcomers come in and stuff, but for now I don't really think Seaside is that big of an entity that we really need to worry about that. So I think I would only really let people I like or are close to in. But I'm also kind of worried that people will snoop around and like read some of the past shit we talked about, because there are like the people in the server have like talked and vented from time to time, like me included. You know, it's kind of like a relatively small community. It's not a very like, we're not very active though, so it would be nice to have more people. I don't know. I think you might be able to find the link to the Discord server somewhere out there, but it might be inactive, so we'll see. I don't know. I'll see. I do want to have more people join the server, but it's not a very good server, I guess. It's mostly there so you can get announcements on when I'm streaming and maybe hang out and stuff, talk. That's what the movie nights were for. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. It was something on my mind because I do have a few people I'm friends with, or like I don't know if friends is the right word, but I guess that I consider like my little buddies. I like them. Some people I know on Discord, not Discord, fuck, Twitter. Yeah, there we go. I was thinking about inviting them to the Discord server so we can have like a little community, but I'm not sure how that will work out because sometimes I feel like it's a little parasocial to be like, oh yeah, we follow each other back and we from time to time respond to each other's posts. Therefore, we must be buddies. Maybe that's a bit parasocial. I'm sorry about that. I think that there's only really a few people that I've talked to off of Twitter and that I would consider like maybe an actual friend, even if like not like super close friends, but I would still consider them a friend. Like, I don't know. I feel like Ken and Misa. I feel like they're people who are my mutuals that I would consider friends, but then I don't know if I would consider like me and Tamago. We respond and like talk to each other and like reply to each other a lot, but we don't really DM each other or talk to each other that much, so I wouldn't consider him a friend. I don't know. Like, what does it mean to be a friend of someone? What does it mean to, like... I think, like, my IDB oomps or mutuals, I would probably not consider them a friend, or I don't think I don't know, I feel like I like them, but I don't think we're really friends, if that makes sense. Sorry, this is a bit of a weird side tangent. This is a big moment. Tosia's here, guys! I'm sorry for getting distracted. Anyways, back to the game. Right back at ya. Man, look at you now, though. All grown up. You've also changed a bit. Your voice is different. Huh? Really? Yeah. Whoa. That's bonkers. I didn't notice at all. You still say that? What? Bonkers? You got a problem with bonkers? I don't. Thought so. That's interesting. Tosia has a lot of similar sprites to Marina and Ira. Like, this pose is very reminiscent of like the one Ira does. And then like the little pouting one is very reminiscent of the one Marina does. I think that's cute. Tosia, I can't believe it. It's been 3 whole years, but it's also like no time has passed at all. She looks a little older, but her personality is just as I remembered it. So, where are you heading? Oh, I'm going to the research center. Huh? Why? I have something I need to do. It's important. Whoa, so serious. Yeah. You're not gonna tell me what it is, are you? Why, it's not really a secret. I'm gonna send a message to the world. A message? Like love and peace? Kind of. Man. We met at last and you decide to act all cryptic? Give me a break. Sorry, but you can tag along if you want. See everything for yourself. Why not just tell me? Sure. Not like I have a choice. Yay! That's cute. I love her so much, she's so cute. We walked down the empty road chatting like we did when we were children. I'm so happy. I just really couldn't imagine ever seeing her again. Talking to her, hearing her voice. Tosia. My memory of her seems so spotty at times, but I'm glad I was right. I remember her right. How have you been, anyways? I'm good. I still write and walk around. And I've met a lot of nice people. Yeah? Like who? Where do I start? First, there was the guys at school. For a while, I didn't have any friends. Well, after you left. But they started talking to me. Okay, well, let's not talk about them, because they were assholes and they were bullies. We do not consider them friends, Asya. You know what? Whatever. You know what? Maybe our definition of friends is just different. What even is a friend? What a nebulous word. So open to interpretation. Even I would not. You know, going through the game, I'm kind of realizing that I have... Actually, no. I feel like there's some kind of fun times where it's like, damn, even I'm not this way. Like, people would tell me, oh, you're too forgiving, you're too nice, or whatever. Like, even I wouldn't be like this. And I love her for that. Sometimes it makes me feel like I'm fake or something. Like, there's a lot of feelings with how Asya is, because I do relate to her a lot. She does have a lot of traits similar to me, but I would also say I don't think I'm nearly as kind as her, and I think that's actually a good thing. Because like her being like, oh, the guys who like basically steal my homework and copy it, and then like insult me, tell me I'm ugly, prank me all the time even though I hate it, like, they're my friends. And then like I would like it is like a little funny memory from high... Well, I wouldn't say it's funny. It depends on how you define funny. But there were some girls who used to bully me in high school. And I remember one time I got fed up with them, so when I had the opportunity, I slapped them with a giant stack of paper. She was not happy about it. She tried to give me detention or something. No one gave a shit though, because... You know, actually one thing that's kind of nice is I am relatively cute. So I think a lot of people somewhat liked me, or at least pitied me, and also I think that everyone kind of knew that all the girls were kind of just assholes to me and they're kind of full of shit. So like no one gave a fuck. She was like making a whole like scene about it, but no one gave a fuck. Actually, this is a bit of a funny thing. Asya has Ira to defend her, right? And there was actually someone who did stand up for me and defend me as well. Not in like a similar way. He didn't throw any chairs or anything, but it was a guy. And I remember, I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of a funny, weird situation. Because I have no idea what happened to him after. We were in the same class for 1 year and then he just disappeared and I don't know what happened. And I don't even know his last name, so I can never find him. But I remember there was this one time, like the lights were off because we were watching a video or something, and then they like we had to turn on the lights for something, and they all started yelling at me to turn on the lights. They were like, why aren't you getting up? Hurry up and get up! And Seaside, what are you doing? And I was like, I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't really care. I was like getting up to like turn off the lights anyways, I think. But he yelled at them and then told me like, it's okay, you can sit down and he'll handle it. And he was like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? And I still remember that. I still remember him defending me. And I do think I have like a similar reaction to how Asya reacted to Ira, but obviously Ira and Asya are a lot closer and I don't really know what happened to them. Sometimes I wonder if like, I don't know, I feel like if I wasn't someone who was like cute, maybe I wouldn't have gotten defended. Maybe it would have been worse. And I think I'm like, I feel like I'm lucky, I guess. Like I feel like there's a lot of bad things that happen in my life, or little bits of tragedy sprinkled around, but I feel like comparatively I'm very lucky and I have a lot of good things going on for me. So I don't ever like saying my life is bad or that I have a tragic existence or something. Because like I have like met people who told me like, damn, it just sounds like your life sucks. I don't know. I don't like the idea of my life being a sad sort of existence. I feel like I have it okay. I feel like I have it decently well. I just feel like I complain too much and I don't want to be pitied and like looked down on because of that. Or like, I don't know. I don't want to just be like a negative existence, so I don't like the idea of people looking at me like that. I do want to have people, I guess, look at the good things that are going on with me, and also look at like who I am as a person, my passion for my art, and my passion for like trying to do little voices, you know. My passion for my little Seaside streaming gig. Actually, maybe don't look at that one, because if you look at that one, it will look very sad and pathetic. I am trying. I am very, very much trying, but I just kind of suck at trying, if I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, I didn't want to stream this yesterday, but it was a struggle to just get out of bed in general, so I think it was a bit lucky that I forced myself out of bed. Like, I stayed in bed for so long, and I was trying to force myself up just to even, like, brush my teeth, and I couldn't even do that. But I was able to turn on the computer and start streaming. Maybe once I'm done with this, I'll brush my teeth, though. It's okay, it's morning, you know? It's like, you brush your teeth in the morning, you brush your teeth at night. I just stayed up all night, and I didn't do the night one, so that... we do some things, and we don't do some things. It's all about taking steps to get better and do good, you know? You're not gonna always have good days, and you're not always gonna do things perfectly. In fact, no one does anything perfectly, really. But as long as you try your best, as long as you try to improve yourself, that's what matters the most. So, you know, just keep pushing, and you got this. There's always gonna be another day, and maybe that day will be a little better. And if it isn't, then maybe the other day will be better. Who knows? So just try your best. That's the only thing we can really do in life. Just try our best to make ourselves happy, ourselves better, and to make other people happy. And, they joke with me every day. There's this boy, Vita. Yeah. And we talk with him sometimes. Oh no, the memories. The memories are fading. He, last week he bought me soda. Yeah. Then there's Maria. Maria? You call her by her full name? No, not really. It just sounded natural for some reason. She's very popular, but she still finds time to talk to me. And we hang out a lot. And she bought me magazines to read with me. Oh, and we went to the cinema the other day. There was a Hollywood film showing. Whoa, sounds fun. What was the name? It was about a star, and my mind scrambles for anything, even the vaguest memory of what the movie was. But it was like looking through a glass pane of our living room, nothing but blurry shapes and muttering I can't decipher. You okay? Yes, I'm fine. Sorry, there's been a lot on my mind. Sure looks like it. But hey, you're a real socialite now, huh? Who would have thought? It's nothing like that. I mean, compared to how it used to be. I'm glad to hear it, really. I guess. Thank you. Maybe I shouldn't have come back at all. No! What are you saying, Tulsia? Of course I'm kidding. Jeez, you're so easy to tease. She ruffles my hair. You're mean. Yeah. Speaking of, the other kids aren't picking on you, are they? Picking? No, of course not. You sure? If I wanted to bully someone, you'd be at the top of the list. That's horrible. Why would you say that? Am I someone that's very bullyable? No. Huh. Am I someone worth bullying? Probably. I feel like I would be fun to bully. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. No, seriously. The boys can get a little carried away with their games, but my friend never let it go too far. Your friend? You mean Masa? No, not her. Another girl. Her name is Ira. Oh? Ira's really cool. She's amazing. She can come across as a little unfriendly at first, and the way she talks is sort of rough, but she's a really kind person. And, now that I think of it, you two are pretty alike. Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. They have the similar sprites. Like if you layer them on top of each other, it's like the same pose. I'm questioning how much of this is real. Like, I don't really think any of this is real to some degree. Or I don't know. It feels a bit off, right? Like, there's something weird. Like, not just her, like, messing up Batman's and Marina's name and changing it to Vitya and, like, Maria? 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 How do you say that name again? Okay, like, it's Maria, right? Yeah, like, that's the correct way of pronouncing it. Where did Maria come from? Yeah, okay. It's because of anime, god damn it. But she's a kind person, and now that I think about it, you two are pretty alike. Well, if you say so. And also this face is exactly like the one Marina makes. It's so weird. Like, I don't get what's going on. Like, is the clothes similar to? This is like Marina's clothes, isn't it? Or like, no, is it? There's something off. Like, there's just something off, and I can't place my finger on it. Like, we know that the world is, like, deteriorating. Like, it's not just, like, a mental thing. I mean, it is also a mental thing, because, like, hallucinations and all. But is Tosia even real? Also, another thing is, Tosia seems pretty unaffected by everything, and that's probably because she hasn't been in the town since the game has begun. And that's, like, the more important thing. I think. Yeah, no, we'll just see. Well, let's let the game talk, you know? Let's stop interrupting. Wait, are you saying I talk like a brute? I didn't say that. I said sort of rough. And I'm supposed to be the mean one. It's not bad, though. I like that about you two. Uh-huh. Ever heard the words backhanded compliment? No, really. I'm a little jealous. I wish I could talk like that sometimes. You know. No, never mind. Hey, you can't do that. Spit it out. I said it's nothing. Forget about it. Come on. Tosia, please. For old time's sake. Don't make those eyes at me. Seriously, this is gonna sound bad. It's okay. You often say bad sounding things. Gah, you. Fair enough. Alright, well... stupid. She scratches her head and looks away. Yeah, Tosia is just as she's supposed to be. You're kind of a wuss. Can't argue with that. So, when I was away, I kept thinking, man, she's probably having a real tough time over there. And those bastards better not touch her or else. And then nothing followed. No else. But because there was nothing I could do. I was so freaking mad, but seeing you now, I'm calmer. You smile a lot more than before. Really? She nods. If those friends of yours are as great as you say they are, I guess I don't need to worry anymore. Tosia. Don't say anything. I knew it came out lame. It's not lame at all. I mean, your worries, I was really sad when you left. I don't remember it very well, but there's this pain in my chest whenever I think back to that time. I think that for a long while, it was very hard for me. But then, little by little, I learned to be better because I realized something very important. The pain I felt when you left wouldn't go away by itself. It was my job to mend it. So that emptiness I felt, I decided to fill it with wonderful things. Wonderful things? Anything nice would do. A tasty meal, a warm blanket, a lovely book. But I was pretty bad at it when I just started. How so? I guess I was picky, really? I kept thinking, is this thing good enough to qualify? There's nothing special about it. It's not beautiful enough. It's not sweet enough. There's nothing wonderful about it at all. Nonsense like that. But if I kept thinking that way, the hole inside me would never get filled. Then I would never have enough. So you lowered your standards. I wouldn't put it that way. I think I became more aware of myself. I thought about my place in the world. I thought about what really counts as wonderful. When you think wonderful, what does that word mean to you? Huh? Well, wonderful is wonderful. Something great or like extraordinarily great? Right. See, extraordinarily. And? For something to be considered extraordinary, there needs to be an ordinary thing to serve as a base of comparison, right? Yeah, I guess. The empty space, the one I wanted to feel so badly, it was still part of me. So I came to realize, me, my mind, and my body, those are the baseline. I am the world's measuring standard. And when I worded that thought to myself, it was like my eyes finally opened. Everything suddenly became so clear. Everything in the world. It all became worthwhile. It all became extraordinary. It became wonderful. I used to live under the impression that I had the right to judge everything by some universal quantifier. It's true, there is a medium value to everything, that perfect straight line that the whole world balances around. But what I failed to realize was that this median value, this idea of average, it was far above me, so... Wait, that's so sad. I like the way she's thinking about it, though. It's like, I mean, I wouldn't phrase it as a, oh, you lowered your standards kind of thing. I feel like it's a, you grew to see more of the world and why you like it, right? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you can really take things for granted. Like, you have your favorite food, right? That's like something that's wonderful to you, but then like an average meal that just gets you by the day, that's just whatever, you don't really care about it. But in some way, isn't it wonderful that you're able to eat that meal at all? Because, like, I don't know, someone prepared it, whether it's you with your skills that you learn and you practice over time, or it's someone else has made it and they put their hard work and skill and love into that to make it for you. I mean, unless you bought it, in that case maybe they don't, maybe not love, but like their hard work and skill, and like even the smallest things can be like like engineered to just make it something that you would enjoy, you know? Depends. The world is a bit complicated right now. I wouldn't necessarily say that, like, I'm not as positive as Asya. There's a lot I dislike about the world, and I feel like that's fine and expected. I feel like you shouldn't be too positive about things, because then you can sort of overlook problems that potentially can be fixed, potentially can be solved. I don't know by how much, but you know, some things can probably be worked around, right? Like maybe today things are not as great as it could be. Maybe some people around you are a little bit more bothersome, but if you speak up and talk about, like, say, hey, I'm a little bothered by what you do, maybe that will stop. Or maybe they won't stop, who knows? Kind of like, even if Asya did say something to her bullies, they wouldn't really do anything. They wouldn't really stop. But, you know, there are times where I did feel like there were things that happened to me, like sort of injustices, and I spoke up about them and nothing happened. And then sometimes I did speak up and things did change little by little, you know? Small differences, big differences, sometimes is, you know, it's okay to say you don't like things and speak up and then deal with them. And it's also really good to see more value in even the ordinary things. The snack that you kind of just mindlessly bought and then eat without really thinking about it, it had some value, maybe, probably. It gave you energy to like continue on with something. It gave you something to fill your stomach up so you can have so you can continue on with your work. Who knows? I don't really know where I'm going with this. I've kind of just gotten all over the place, unfortunately. I'm sorry for getting so distracted, but you know, that's just par for the course, yeah. So what I failed to realize, anyways, it was far above me, so unreachably high, that the idea of me labeling anything as unremarkable became laughably brazen. I still had some trouble, but filling that emptiness became easier. So much easier. I didn't have to pick and choose anymore. So, please don't worry about me anymore. To me, every day is brimming with wonderful things. So you filled it. The hole in your chest? I don't need to do that anymore, because you're back.
I have you here now. And I have my friends too.
So I'm not in the friend category anymore?
No, that's not what I meant. I'm teasing, dummy. You still take everything to heart, huh? You just don't let up. Hey, gotta make up for all the lost time. Anyway, Asya, listen, the stuff you said. Tosia sighs. She looks like she's about to say something I'd rather not hear. Sorry, but I don't need this right now. Ah, look! The complex!
I run towards the entrance. I don't think Tosia exists. I don't think she's here. That's kind of what makes me worried. I run towards the entrance.
Wait! For a second, I hesitate. What am I supposed to say once I enter? They'll stare at me expectantly, and I'll probably blurt out something weird. I'll make a total fool of myself. Then no, enough. That kind of thinking. That's just a force of habit. I know none of this will happen, because... Easy there, jeez! Tosia looks over the door and the building's title plate.
So, you're just gonna waltz into the place?
Wow, I'll give it a shot.
The windows are all dark.
Oh. It's open. It takes my eyes a couple seconds to get used to the darkness. The hall. I haven't been here in so long. It doesn't feel familiar. It doesn't exactly feel familiar.
You think there's a light switch somewhere here?
Yeah, let's look. I found it.
The room suddenly fills with light.
Tosia, please give a warning next time. Oops, sorry.
I'm willing to adjust my vision. Right. I don't recognize this place at all.
I say it's been a long while, but
it's only been 3 years. Everything from that time is still so hazy. Well, where to?
The top floor. So up the staircase.
Alright. How about grabbing a flashlight then? I don't want to search for switches every time we climb the floor.
Sure, but where would you get it from?
The janitor should have one.
I suppose.
The empty janitor booth by the entrance is open as well. Tosia marches in and begins shamelessly rummaging through the drawers. I skim the key rack. I'll probably need one to get up to the roof. But for some reason I have the certainty that it won't be necessary. All the doors in this building are unlocked. I know this for a fact, but if you ask me why, I wouldn't have a satisfying answer.
Not here.
Not here. Oh! Ooh! Holy crap, check this out. She pulls out an outdated calendar. Every month has a bikini model to go along with it. That's great. It's foreign too. Is that a list? Okay, I know this country.
Lithuania?
I think it's like Lusitania, right? But it doesn't feel like it's pronounced that way. Give me a second. We're going to search up this word and we're going to pronounce it correctly. Oh, it's a country in Europe? I thought it was a country in like the Middle East. Whoa, that's actually really cool. Blah.
Lithuanian.
Lithuanian.
Lithuanian. Lithuanian.
Lithuanian?
I'm not sure.
Looks like Mr. Janitor knew how to keep himself busy.
Tosia, we don't have that much time.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Soon enough, she fishes out a flashlight from the box under the desk. Now we are as prepared as we'll ever be. Our footsteps echo through the empty building. The first floor is still bright, but crossing into the second feels like diving into a pitch black pool.
After a bit of fiddling, Tosia shines the flashlight into the void ahead. The beam illuminates the statue by the wall. Is It's thin and wiry, but the shadow cast has a rather intimidating shape. Are you scared? Me? No. I don't like this place. I think it's interesting. There's nothing interesting about it. It's just a big old garbage bin. That's harsh. That's too soft. What was that? What the fuck? Man, just... That's too soft, honestly. I know you kind of like that. Wait, what was... There's nothing interesting about it. It's just a big old garbage bin. You kind of... Honestly, I know you kind of like that. But shouldn't you, of all people, be a tad more critical? Huh? Why? They're the reason we got split up in the first place. Doesn't that make you mad at all? I suppose, but I just don't remember it all too well. Ah, I see. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. I'm just a bit surprised considering... Well, whatever. Maybe it's for the best. Sorry. Apologize again and I'll kick you. You know, I feel like my voice for it to tell us, wait. I feel like my voice for Tosia is a little bit off, or like I don't feel like the way I say certain words or like sentences fit the scene. I feel like I put too much me in it, and that's because I am just giving her my own voice and I'm kind of just reading it. But it does feel a bit off. I'm trying to like voice act it as well, but it's I think I just need to figure like I feel like I talk too much like myself. I mean, I kind of just give any character that I don't really know what voice to give, just like my own voice. Because so far only Garen, Marina, Asya, and Ira really have their own like distinct voice that's a bit different from mine. I mean, Ira's voice is pretty similar to mine as well. It's just slightly softer and deeper, I think. But it's kind of like a less raspy Asya, to be honest. Back when I did like when I played little RPG games with my sister, like before this Seaside thing became a real thing, and I played a bunch of games, kind of like privately, I guess, with my sister. Like the way we would do, like I would do the voices, there would just only be a very slight altercations. They like it's about like the pitch, the little like quality to it, like if it has a little raspiness to it, or like sometimes their manner of speaking. Things like that. I try to I really do try. I'm sorry, I was mostly only saying this because I was kind of like, oh, maybe Ira's and Nasia's voices are a little bit too similar and that's not good enough. But I'm just trying to prep myself. Cheer myself up, I guess? Let's say that. Pep talk. Pep myself up? Is that even a phrase? But yeah, I'm just trying to say oh, it's okay, don't doubt yourself too much. Don't be such a downer. But anyways, I'm sorry. We keep going up and up and up. The sky outside the window is starting to brighten, and it's still too dark to walk without a flashlight. I think I'd be really creeped out if Tosia weren't here with me. Then again, maybe not. There's nobody left to harm me, after all. If I made it this far, it means the universe has willed it. And if the universe has willed it, then I'm following a predetermined path. Actually, that's really interesting. It kind of looks like everyone's gone, right? Like, before, we could see, the shadows or, the outlines of Asia's parents. But now, they're kind of gone. The TV isn't even saying any, real words anymore. It's no, there's not even any programs anymore. It's just static. There's no workers here. The building's lights are off despite the doors being open, and then we haven't seen anyone while we were running here. And the only Tosia, right? Something's off about this. Everyone's just gone. There's no point in fearing a fate that's predetermined. I shouldn't be scared. I shouldn't be worried at all. But I watched the halo slide. The halo slide along the stairs and walls and railing, and I keep thinking of that scene from a cartoon, a really popular cartoon I can't recall the name of. The episode where they are stuck in a dark cargo hold, and the bunny makes scary shadow puppets appear in the flashlight, and it got me so spooked as a kid. Of course, I'm not afraid of things like that anymore. It's just a vague memory that keeps rattling around in my head like a coin in the washer. A little irritating, but it's not worth dwelling on. Which reminds me. I know it's probably unpleasant for you, but... Yeah? Do you remember why you had to leave? That... You don't have to if it makes you feel bad. Pissed is what it makes me. I don't remember what they called it exactly. Some scientific mumbo-jumbo. Osmotic distortion this, osmotic distortion that. I guess the fact that I exist didn't sit well with them. What? That's terrible. Man, it just really got on my nerves. You were all up in arms about it too. I can imagine. Sorry. Seems like I couldn't do anything in the end. You did everything you could. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they let you go after all that. What do you mean? Your ability? Huh? You know, willing things into existence? Hey, don't quote me on that, okay? I'm oversimplifying, and it was all pretty complicated, you know? Not like all your wishes came true or whatever, but essentially they said you had the potential to cause big distortions. Yeah, I did have a feeling. Like she was like, "Oh, Ira's the one causing the distortion." I was like, "No, it has to be Asya." Big distortions. That's. I hold my head. Right. That does sound about right. Something like that. I've heard something like that before. 3 years ago? No, not just then. Long after, I heard very similar words. I've known someone who said, someone who wanted to create a distortion but failed because. And they said you were one of them? Distortions? Pretty much. I think I tipped off some sort of radar. I see. That rings a bell. A bell I can just barely hear. An office. Wires. Someone talking to me in a friendly voice. Ah. It's also dark. It's impenetrable. I feel as if I'm trying to illuminate a ballroom with a matchstick. Damn it. Do you remember anything after? After you left? Yeah. Aside from the stuff you already told me. Well, I furrowed my brows. So, actually, did Ira come back into existence because Asya willed it? Was that Ira even real at all? I mean, like, it's not like all of her distortions come true, but like, she's been wishing for Ira to come back for a long ass time, and she's been wishing really hard that it wouldn't be surprising that this was one of the biggest distortions that she was able to create. Especially since that Ira just didn't really seem all there. And it was only for like a brief moment that Ira came back before she vanished again. And like we didn't see her leave. Like Marina was like on the floor and like maybe like she wasn't paying attention. But there's no way she wouldn't have felt Ira like leave, especially that quickly. She should have felt something. If the room was small, then she would have like felt it. And if the room was bigger, then it like Ira wouldn't have been able to like go by that fast without like Marina noticing, right? Like, and it all happened within like a little blink of an eye. There's no, like, it was just no way, right? So I guess, I think, is that why Tosia's really similar to both of them? Because those are her friends? Is she similar to Vadman? Because Vadman is also kind of like one of her friends now, but I don't know if she, like there's some sprites that don't necessarily look like either of them. And I was thinking, is it similar to Vadman, but I can't remember it very well. I furrowed my brows. After Tosia left, after she left, What happened right after she left? All I recall is... All I can remember is the feeling of deep despair. Jeez, it's fine. You look like you're gonna pop a vein. I'm sorry, it's just really hard. I feel like I'm just about to grasp it, but it slips away. It slips into this awful feeling, like I've lost all hope. Ah, well, who cares if you don't remember the details? I'm here now, yeah? Yeah, I'm really happy about that. I got that the first time. Oh, look. Ah, the mural. I remember it. So that head of yours is ain't completely empty. It's not like I forget stuff on purpose. Can never be too sure with you. Now you're just being mean. Sorry. I approach the wall. My fingers trace the ridge of the mosaic. It is so cold. I feel like I'm repeating movements. My eyes are drawn to the large window panes just to the right. It's already... A light pink glow emanates from the far-off mountain ridge. So we don't need a flashlight anymore. Tosia plops into the armchair, switching it off. I think I know why they let me go. Yeah? Why? Because I wasn't special. I can't tell you exactly how I know, but I think everyone is able to do it. To create these irregularities. That's so. It's just a feeling I have. My memory's spotty after all. But I figured it works like that. Distortions grow with belief, so the more people are involved, the easier they are to stabilize. Maybe some people just don't need as much outsider help to make them stick. Some even cause them unintentionally. Like you. Probably, yes. If my ability is what you say it is. But it exists in every living being. Most just don't realize it for some reason. Well, then it better stay that way. You think so? Yep. Or else you get this. She gestures around the hall. The complex. The complex. The people. The whole freaking city. Everything just gets twisted. There are things in the world not meant for humans. Most have the mental barrier for a reason. Most have that mental barrier for a reason. But what about you? You probably wouldn't exist if it weren't for this. What are you talking about? Of course I would. You just call me by another name. Huh? I mean, I'd still be Tosia. You simply wouldn't label me as a distortion. I'd never call you something like that. Well, that's just the scientific term. Deny it all you want, but that's how the world defines me. I don't care about that. You're a friend to me. You always will be. Sure, that's nice of you. But that's not what I'm getting at. To be frank, I don't think there's anything wrong with the whole distortion label. I just hate being grouped in with stuff they're doing. Huh? The distortions produced by this place are nothing like me. They're too calculated. Too, institutional. But I was born from a wish made in earnest. If both of us had never known these rules, what the world deems as a balance or unbalanced, I'd still exist. You just call me a miracle. Ew, forget I put it like that, okay? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But did I ever tell you about it? About the world always rebalancing itself? I know this, but how do you... What they're doing here is a crime. Not just against the stability of the universe or whatever. I couldn't care less about that. It's an insult to everyone's hopes and prayers. Because whatever they change, they're trying to enact, comes from a mandate, not the heart. This great distortion, irregularity, whatever you call it, is not a sin in itself. The cynicism behind it. Tosia sighs and reclines back into the armchair. I don't have anything to argue with. I see. I thought I've reached the very end. I didn't think I could fall any deeper in love. Not at this point.
And yet here I am. So, it turns out that you're quite the romantic. So pure of heart, huh? Do you have a heart? Not in a traditional sense, of course, but... that doesn't matter. Whatever passes for a heart in you, I hope my message reaches it. The glow keeps getting brighter. I check the clock on the wall. Tosia, we have 30 minutes left. Let's go. Yes, sir! Finding the exit to the roof doesn't take long. Just a separate staircase down the hallway. I press on the handle. No resistance. Guess I was correct. There's no need for the keys anymore. Of course there isn't. Everything is becoming right. Everything is returning to its most natural state. All of the lock values have been reset to 0. What is the default state of a lock? It is being opened. Right. It's so bright outside. I blink a little. If this was summertime, I think I would get blinded. Little by little, my vision adjusts. I blink again, just staring straight ahead, and then I see it. The morning light. A pink haze sprawled over the vast horizon. It fades into the softest yellow hue, and then into cyan, and then into a sleepy purple shade. The darkness is so far behind, retreating back into the icy tundra. And the city rests below. What was his name again? I suppose it isn't important anymore. The street lights are already off. The roads are clean and quiet. The windows of the block burn pink. Everything's silent. Everything's at ease. And right above me, stretching up into the soft violet sky, is the radio tower. The snow. Huh? It's falling upwards.
Oh, so that.
Well, I take a look around. Whoa, you're right. I didn't even notice. The white flakes split from the snowy mountains and calmly float up to the heavens. How cute. Everyone's going home. I stretch my arms out. The snow coats the bottom of my mittens.
By the way, you still afraid of heights?
No, not really. They were never that scary.
Oh yeah? How about the time at the Ferris wheel?
I was 9.
Well, look at you.
I remembered. I remember that.
You sure did. Your memory's real selective, huh?
And merciless. No, I actually... A lot of things are suddenly much clearer.
Yeah?
Yes, they're not good things, but... I see. I used up all the matches Tosia gave me. The dark ballroom, the massive hall I couldn't hope to ever illuminate in full. Then morning light began to creep in through the windows. The corners are still drenched in darkness, and the shadows cast by the columns rows of splat-back chairs and drapery are still the same impenetrable black, but I can finally see around me. I see where I am. The lovely pattern of the marble floor, the beautiful exotic vases, the dozens of paintings lining the walls. There I go again. Ballroom? Lavish decor? Who am I kidding? The place I struggled so hard to see was no more than a stuffy little room. The morning light shines through a concrete crack, not through an arc window. The beam falls not on marble, but onto... And there isn't much to fall on. My own pathetic figure writhed on the floor, crying for Tosia, the smell of gasoline inside, a pitch-black body shop, a shattered window leaving painful cuts, apologizing to everyone's parents, my dad getting fed up with my hysterics, my mother's sad, embarrassed face. It's all just so boring. Sorry. What for? You asked me if I remember anything from right after you went away.
So?
It's not even worth talking about. You already knew that, right?
Yeah. You're still gonna do it?
Of course. That doesn't change anything.
Glad to hear that. Well, then, what's up? Up we go?
A nod. Up we go.
I hate to admit it, but looking up through the metal railing makes me a bit nervous. I grab onto the surface ladder and give it a shake just to make sure. Seems very stable. Not even a rattle. That's good. I mean, of course, it should be safe. This place had to be well maintained, and relatively speaking, the climb isn't all that high. There are much taller radio towers out there. Even if I had climbed one of those, it wouldn't be a problem. I'm really not afraid of heights. I wasn't lying. I wouldn't be scared. You're right? Ah, yes, all good. What am I doing? At this point, I have no right to hesitate. I step onto the ladder and begin to climb. Tosia follows suit. My boots aren't exactly made for this. Gotta be careful not to slip. I didn't think of it at first, but now that I'm a dozen meters above the floor of the roof, the cold in my hand is becoming harder to ignore. Even with the mittens on, it's freezing to the touch. Must be a thin layer of ice wetting the wool. Oh well. Letting go isn't an option, and neither is climbing down. You holding up okay? Yes, I'm fine. You sure? You seem to be getting tired. I'm okay. Listen, we both know you're a whimper, right? No use in playing tough. So, it's chill if you just... I said I'm fine. You. So you changed after all, haven't you? What do you mean? I'm not sure. It just feels like it. Keep looking up. Up. Only up. We're halfway there already. I can see the platform getting bigger. Looking to the side is a distraction. Looking down is punishable by firing squad. If I look down, I will get executed. No, worse. They'll send me very far away. No. I don't want to go far away. I don't want to look down. I don't want to meet eyes with her. You, yes? Do you have, like, a script prepared for your message? My message? Yeah. No, there's no script. So you're just gonna scream whatever pops into your head? Something like that. My message. Perhaps I should have brought a note. Not because it was ever meant to be verbose or anything. No, I wanted to make it short and to the point right from the start. At least it sounds like something I would want, knowing myself, knowing me. The longer I go, the higher I climb, the more confused I feel. It's pretty stupid. I know sometimes I'd walk into a room looking for something, but I forget what I came for right away. It's just like that. Something that was so obvious to me 2 steps ago is now a mystery. So I rewind and try to carefully retrace my path, but I'm already 2 steps above. And while my mind was busy trying to recover missing fragments, more slipped out. I can't afford to get distracted, so I'll get back to my point. The point I was making. Right. I don't need a script. It would be nice to have a note in retrospect with me being all dumb and woozy, but even now, I'm not too worried about messing up the words. They don't matter that much. They're only vessels. Those are important for any message, of course, but when the emotion that overwhelms me is so strong, I'm sure that it can reach its destination no matter the form. It's strange. It seems like so much is slipping away. Slipping. But this one feeling hasn't diminished a bit. It's like every cell of my body is a buzz, and in my head, the blank space that won't stop forming doesn't remain empty for long, because the feeling, this warm, wonderful emotion, comes pouring in and fills them up to the brim. It's really, really lovely. I cover my face. It's so windy up here. I hope my scarf doesn't get caught on anything. I crawl up to the platform and immediately slouch against the tall antenna. The ache that has been numbing my arms and legs for a good portion of the climb has suddenly become very apparent. Ow. Hey, pass me? Would it really be so hard to exercise once in a while? Gah. Finally! The girl crawls out behind me. At least she's high on energy. Man, is it breezy up here, what? Her eyes are glued to the view in front.
Huh? What's that expression? I can't blame her, though. It's breathtaking. Whoa! Are you seeing this? Yeah. This is bonkers. Bonkers! You're not reacting at all. Come on. Everything's so tiny. Ah, I can see so far. It's really beautiful. I'm just a little tired. Ah, give me a minute. Woohoo! Her voice is drowned out by the howling wind. She laughs. The rising snow is viciously pelting her face, but she doesn't seem to care. She's running back and forth around the platform, giggling and screaming profanities as loud as she can. She's so happy. That makes me happy too. I stand up and wipe the snow off the back of my coat. The clumps detach and float into the sky. The sky. It feels so close. I reach my hand up and... Yeah, no. I'm not tall enough. Of course. There's an antenna right behind me. Beside me. That's the peak propping up the sky. So, around 5 more meters and I'll be able to make contact. I don't think I can climb it though. There's nothing to grab onto. And frankly, I'm too tired to try. Hey, I call out to the girl. What's up? Come here. It's about time. Oh! She skitters closer, still wearing a huge grin on her face. I fix a scarf around her neck. It's cold. Cover up a little. Ah, you're still worried about that? Don't pout. I don't want you to catch anything, that's all. She lets out a sigh of resignation. Are you my mom or something? I could be. You never know. No way. Why not? You look too young. Maybe I'm just blessed with youthful looks. Uh-huh. Where's my dad then? Dead. I poisoned him. Scary. He's rising. Ah. Light. White, blinding light emerges from the endless mountain ridge. The jagged line of the horizon catches fire. It's burning high and wide in red, orange, and pink. It's the most painful shade the human eyes can see. The flames are caught by the howling wind and start to spread across the melting fields of snow. Closer and closer and closer and closer until I turn my head. The figure of the girl beside me is bathed in the violet morning rays. Her hair is the same color as the blazing hills. Her face is so familiar and warm, it makes my chest hurt. Your name. What's your name? She turns. I feel as if my entire world has reached a boiling point. Your name. Who are you? Sorry, I'm not sure. And you are? I see. That's okay. Okay? It's alright if you don't remember. It's probably not important. You really think so? Yes. Because I feel like I've known you for a very long time. Me too. That's wonderful. Then there's nothing to worry about, right? Wait. Is the girl Asya? Is me? Me? I guess so. It's just that, What's wrong? I feel like we had something very important to do. A message. I think I was supposed to send a message. Message? Like a transmission? Huh, probably, yeah. Since we're on the top of a radio tower. Yeah, that makes sense. What's the transmission? I don't know, but I can sense it. There's this feeling I need to get through no matter what. Oh, okay. That's good. And who are you sending the message to? It's for a look around. endless tundra wraps around the globe. The western front looks cold and dark, but soon the fire will spread over the surface of the earth and fill the sky. The little town below is already engulfed. The metal tower is red from the heat, like a blade ready to be laid against an anvil. Little by little, everything burns up. In a few moments, the entire planet will combust. The sun keeps rising. The day is breaking on the searing peaks. The girl I know is smiling at me. This girl I know. This girl. How many times have I seen her face? How many times has she seen mine? I can't say. I really can't remember. But I know her better than any person on planet Earth. And I think she knows me better than anyone too. I know her eyes have met me at my worst, and I can only hope that they've seen me at my best. Is my best enough to outweigh my worst? I wish I knew. But she's still here with me. Even after witnessing my lowest, most embarrassing, most disgusting moments, she still gives me an earnest smile. The person closest to me, the person standing in the ring of fire, my best friend in the whole entire world. Is something wrong? No, not at all. I shake my head. Who is my message for? There's only one reasonable answer. I have something to tell you. What? What? That's right. I have a transmission for you. So get your receivers ready. Me? Yep. Alright, transmission starting. In 3, 2... wait, okay. I'm listening. I'm on the line. 1, 1. December 28, 1986. The polar nights over all districts of Vorkuta, including the towns of Vorkuta, we can skip that. And the closed city of Vorkuta 5 has officially ended. A complete failure to establish contact with Vorkuta 5 via landline, radio, or telegraph was registered by municipals, authorities, and Vorkuta during the late morning hours. At 11 Moscow Standard Time, a KGB investigative unit, accompanied by a military escort, confirmed arrival at the designated location. No personnel were present at any of the city checkpoint gates. Over the subsequent hours, the deployed unit conducted a comprehensive survey of the area and were unable to identify any trace of human or animal presence. All residential and administrative buildings were found unsecure with no evidence of forced entry, disorder, or signs indicative of panic or evacuation. Additional military detachments were deployed to secure the perimeters and conduct further inspection. A contingent of government officials and technical commission was dispatched to retrieve confidential documentation and sensitive materials from the local research complex. All documents related to classified work on structural dynamics has since been transferred to the USSR State Archive. A continuous radio transmission originating from the town's communications center tower was located and disabled. The intent of the transmission remains undetermined. While the broadcast could be interpreted as a malicious hijacking, the surrounding circumstances prohibit such a conclusion at the time. Public disclosure of the event has been withdrawn. Close relatives of the missing Vorkuta 5 residents have issued monetary compensation in the amount of 200 rubles per case. Addendum. Unverified civilian reports indicate that the aforementioned transmission continues to be intermittently received across various locations in the Komi Republic. Despite full shutdown of the city's infrastructure, the signal is most clearly detected between 10:30 and 11 Moscow Standard Time. The transmission consists of repeated phrases in Morse code, the contents of which remains under review. Okay. A
Then pause. Why? Come on. You're so freaking slow. Damn it, give me a sec. Oh, huh? Should've done it myself. Would've been faster, I bet. You? What? You know it's true. Eh? What? Why? Is this a joke or, because if you really... The message, idiot. That's what it says. Oh. Huh? You serious? Yes. Look. Oh. Real funny. I love you. Actually, I might mute this in case this turns out to be copyrighted. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to sit in silence for this. No, little Asya waving. So it seems like that's the end. I'm gonna check double real quick to make sure there's no I'm gonna make sure there's no secret ending just in case. But yeah, so that's the end of the game, and thank you for sticking by and watching all the way through. Oh my god, the images are so pretty. What the hell? See, doesn't look like there's any guide. I can download the art pack? Oh, if you pay $5. Oh, the soundtrack is available. So I think this is it. I don't think there's any other endings or any other secrets. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna unmute my desktop audio. But yeah, so we've made it to the end, and you know, thank you very much for joining me on this long journey. It's been very fun, and I very much enjoyed the story. I'm trying to sort of wrap my head around what I think, though, because I don't really know exactly what happened. I think I am right that the Tosia we see at the end is not the real Tosia, and we never really got to see her. I kind of wonder what happened to Ira then, though. I guess it's just that she was a distortion that was corrected. She just disappeared, kind of like how everyone else pretty much disappeared right after in like a few days. It's kind of sad that Garum never really necessarily changed as a person, because I was kind of hoping that maybe things would change with him, but it is kind of realistic that you don't completely change, and he just became nicer to Asya, and I think that's nice. It does feel like, I don't know, there's a sort of sadness and emptiness to that, like, now that the game has ended, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know. Like, I really love how positive and like how loving Asya is, and I don't really know if that's like the right word to describe it, but she really does. Like, I do feel like she really does love the world and everything in it, you know? She, like, everything is truly wonderful to her because she made it so that she could believe it that way. And I don't know, like, I did say, like, she does, like, the way the story goes, she does remind me a lot of myself, especially when I was younger. how I was like bullied in high school, and it does feel like she's somewhat neurodivergent, and the way she acts is somewhat similar to how I would act, or like certain things she does is certain things I would have done. It was interesting. Um, but also I do feel like I learned a lot from her, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I am trying to be a relatively positive person and see the world in a nice way, but I don't think I do a very good job at it. I do think I'm a relatively downer person, and I feel like some of the things she says, like the more philosophical things, is really inspiring. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't like take it, okay, I wouldn't ever be able to become someone like Asya. I'm unfortunately just not that built for that. As much as I try, and I try to be kind and patient, I will say I am also quite irritable, and I am quick to anger at times. So it's not like I could ever be like a genuinely good person. I try, but I will falter a lot, right? But I don't know, some of the things she says is like some things I want to take away from the story, I guess. I want to be able to say that the world is wonderful, and to look at all the small little things in my life that are wonderful. The curry that my parents have cooked for me, like, I feel like that's a small thing, but like thinking about it, like, sort of in a similar way to Asya, is wonderful in its own way, right? The world and the universe is truly very cute. I kind of don't really know what to say exactly about this story. It got really confusing at the end, and I feel like I don't know. Well, I guess, like, what was the point? Is a hard question, because the main premise of the story is about how Ira has disappeared, and everyone's fighting really hard to look and find her, right? But in the end, like, or the story, like, we find her, but then she kind of just disappears anyways, and to some degree the Ira that we find probably wasn't even, like, she probably disappeared, like genuinely disappeared, like was deleted by the time like the game started. But Asya's constant wishing and prayers for the world to return Ira has made it work, but Ira wasn't fully there still. And then once that small little moment where she finally got to give the poem to Ira that she had written for her, once that finally happened, Ira disappeared again. And it wasn't even like she left. She just disappeared, like vanished. And she was holding Asya's hand, wasn't she? There's no way she could have like left, especially like just blinking, like in the blink of an eye, unless she was just never there in the first place. And that's kind of what I'm inclined to think, kind of similar to Tosia. I think they were like, I think the Tosia we meet at the end of the game was not real either. But it's hard to say what exactly counts as real and what counts as like fake, right? They're all like little distortions within like the universe of this world, right? So I don't really know what to say about it, I guess. Wait, is the end screen her floating up into the sky? Huh. I haven't fully figured out what I think of the story. It kind of feels like it changes a lot within the last chapter and the last arc. But I guess like the point of this, or the point of the story, was like, in a sense, like what we ended up doing, or like the main thing we tried to do, was send a transmission to say that I love you to the whole universe, to the whole world. And I think that's what the game is as well. Like, of course, these characters, they have their own lives, and I really, really like the way all the characters are written. They're written in a very human way, and even though it's not, like, about mental health or, like, neurodivergent, or, like, neurodivergency, or, like, logical issues, or anything like that, because it's more of a sci-fi situation where not human experiments, more like universal experiments have gone wrong. I think that even so, the characters are written in a very human and very, like, down to earth way, and I really, really like that. I don't know. I found it very enjoyable, and I think this is a very good game. I don't know. I very much had fun with it. I don't really know where else to go with this or what to really say after this. But yeah, that's just kind of the end of the game. I'm going to continue streaming relatively soon. I might stream, what's the word? Reverse until I figure things out for myself, but you know, thank you guys for watching. Actually, I will say there was a few things I wanted to talk about, or I guess speak on a little bit, which was Ira and Asya's relationship and how much Asya adored Ira, how much she looked up to Ira, and there was a part of me that was kind of like thinking about how, in like a little sense, how cute it was. Like, I guess she really wanted to know more about Ira, to understand her, and like she loved everything about Ira, the way like she looked, the way she acted, the way she like moved around and did anything. She really admired Ira and loved her a lot, and I thought that was really cute. And a part of me was kind of jealous at times, just kind of thinking like, damn, I wish I could have someone who loved and adored me this much, because there's some degree that I feel like I kind of feel that way to other people. But I'm not sure if anyone has ever really felt that way towards me, and it's hard. Like, to be fair, there's a lot of people who like do care deeply about me, and there's some like people who are very important to me, but and who I'm very important to. Like, I know that, but it's like sort of like I kind of do wish that I had someone who loved and admired me just as much as Asya does to Ira. But also another thing is something that I kind of find really sweet is that Ira seemingly didn't have a lot of people who loved and admired her that much. Like, her family life seemed to be very stiff and weird, and she didn't have really any friends in school other than Marina at the time. So it was a bit of a messy situation, I guess. But even with how, I guess, lonely she was, or theoretically, she still had someone who deeply loved and admired her. Now, of course, like, Asya and Ira were never like really friends or never really that close to each other for that. But I don't know. I thought it was just, even if you think you are alone, and even if you think no one will ever love you, there will be someone who loves you. And I think, like, as they got closer, maybe Asya will mellow out, of course, and she wouldn't be as obsessive. But she, like, I think they could be like really nice, happy little friends. I don't know. I guess that was kind of all I really wanted to talk about. I just thought it was really sweet. I don't really have very strong commentary at least not right now. It's hard for me to place anything because I feel like a lot of it is just kind of on Asya. I really like how she's written. I guess, let me think. What do I think of the other characters, Marina and Karam? I guess Marina counts as like a Stepford smiler, or like the trope, where she pretends to be happy but she doesn't really feel anything. One thing that she did say, like, I can't stop pretending, otherwise I'll forget. Like, the mask just kind of becomes a part of yourself. I do kind of get that. I wouldn't say I would say I'm a very honest person, so I can't say like, oh, I understand like what it's like to mask all the time. But there are sometimes I would try to pick up traits so I could distinguish Seaside from my other identities, from my IRL person, and then my other like little accounts that I have scattered about. Who knows who they are? Woo! You know, sometimes I would just delete and like delete things I don't use anymore. There used to be this little person I created a fake identity for, and I wanted to like have him do things. But then I just gave up and I deleted him. So that doesn't exist anymore. That's gone. It's small things like that. So maybe, like, honestly, having multiple accounts is hard to manage. Maybe it's time to just focus on Seaside. Everyone else dies! But yeah, like, I tried, like, to have different distinguishing factors. So things that Seaside would type and say are things that I wouldn't normally. But then I got used to doing that I would just type it normally anyway. So it just, it became obsolete. Seaside is actually the only account I think I really use publicly. I don't think I use the other accounts at all. Like, they've kind of just been abandoned shit. Like, I was trying to think, oh, what traits do I use for the other accounts? There are none. They don't exist anymore, really. Like, they've been inactive for, like, years, months. Months? Years? I don't know. 2025, something like that. But, I don't know, like, that was, like, an interesting Marina said. I can't really say anything else about her, though. Like, I just feel like her story about how she just was faking it the whole time, where she was trying her best to come off as happy, and then, like, she was just, like, it did kind of feel, like, I don't know, it kind of felt, like, understandable, or, like, I guess that was to be expected. Because I don't really think that it's very normal for people to be that happy and preppy, I guess, but it did, I don't know. I kind of felt like even with her fake personality, she did feel realistic. It's understandable for a 14-year-old girl to be, like, excitable and then, like, have her quiet moments like Marina did, and I liked that. I liked how she was written. I also like how Garm was very human. I did say, I kind of expected the story to make him more, like, be more understandable with him, since, what's the word? It felt like a very down-to-earth story, and it felt like he would write the characters in a very human way, so I kind of figured that. But I was somewhat, I guess I was somewhat expecting the story to somewhat redeem him, if that makes sense? But he never really gets redeemed. Right? He never really apologizes to Asya, and he never becomes a nicer person. He just became chill with Asya. He just didn't bully her, harass her, or hate her as much. And he just was, like, he was still the same Garam, but he was just, it's just more like how he acted towards Asya was different, and like, what he prioritized was different. And I thought that was cool. Like, it's honestly, it would have been very stereotypical if we just had him, like, become a good guy by the end, and he never really did. If anything, it kind of felt like everyone's story was somewhat incomplete, but I don't know in what way. I feel like the story ended in a perfect manner, but I guess there's some emptiness to it, right? There's some emptiness to how everyone is just gone, and we don't really get, like, I don't know, Ira just disappeared. We never see her again, and like that's just it. She disappeared. There's nothing really else to say about that, and everyone else disappeared. And I guess everyone was, like, ready and expecting that, or we don't know. We don't know how much they were ready and expecting it. Also the little sad detail of the mom crawling out of her bed, like, despite the fact that, like, the world was sort of erasing her, she still pushed to stay with her, like, meet up and get, like, stay with her husband until the world fully faded away, or they faded away, because, like, the father was, like, sort of slowly losing himself in the living room, and he was just there in front of the TV for a while, but he was there. But then when Asya woke up in the morning, when she opened the present, he was like, they weren't there anymore, because their bodies were, like, their outlines weren't there anymore. I don't know. I feel like that was just so sad to read. It's also a nice thing that she was able to find the final gift that her mom has made for her. I thought that was really sad. I thought that was so sad, bro. Like this whole little final chapter, like, there were times where I was, like, somewhat tearing up, but, like, because I was focused on reading, I didn't have time to feel the emotions. Or I didn't have time to like if I started tearing up, I wouldn't be able to read, so I had to like just keep going, I guess. There are times like I have had to stop reading because of like how I was feeling, but I guess I was fine this time. Yay! Anyways, yeah, I don't really know what else there is to say, but thank you everyone. We have finally made it to the very end of Zato. I'm sorry for all the sidetracks and getting distracted, but you know, it was a fun journey. It was fun to know more, like read this story, and it really is a very beautiful and powerful work. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye! Bye bye!
Bye bye.
Oh, I guess I should talk for a little bit just to see what the audio quality is like for when is in the editing screen. This is not really that important though, because all things considered, you don't really need to hear me during the ending now bit. But hey. I don't know, sometimes VTubers, they do a little last minute, what's it called? Last minute send off where they talk even while they're on the ending screen. Anyways, I'm gonna mute things and we're gonna let it play out for a little bit and then I'll just turn it off stream.